So welcome back to another episode of Evolving Ginger gameplay, and we are continuing our campaign as Jarl Oslok of Viking. We're currently still at war over here. This should be a relatively easy war. We already wiped out their army. It's just a matter of taking over enough territories to get our war score to 100, and then we will be able to claim this. A couple things I realized in hindsight. Number one, we did not determine a personal deity, so we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we should have already done this, but I forgot, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that now. So we can pick Odin, which would give us +2 intrigue and piety per dread. I'm not too concerned about piety at the moment. We're getting a good amount. We're at currently +3.9. And intrigue, I'm not really playing that kind of character at the moment. We could go for Olur, which would give us +3 martial. Movement speed in provinces affected by winter +50%, and advantage in provinces affected by winter +2. We might go for that one. Devotee of Thor, +2 stewardship and +3 prowess are both very nice. Currently we have our army raised, so it's not our true. So it's -1.6 with the army, so it should be 1.8. Because I don't believe, we'll have to double check, but I don't believe we get any maintenance when armies aren't raised. Or Freyr. Fertility and control growth. I mean, the control growth would be nice, but we have enough points into that at the moment. And I think I'd rather have... I think we're going to take the martial. It's either we take the martial and just boost our military and our rating, or we take the boost to our stewardship. I mean, it's 12 one way, it doesn't the other, so I don't think either we're really losing anything on one or the other. I think we're gonna take the martial though. Just 24 at martial, there's just a huge boost there. One other thing I realized I did not go over well is that, so this is our current hair. That being said, once we have a child with our wife, that will become the new hair, and right now, because it is a daughter, any male offspring will jump over and become the new hair as well, because in our, it's either culture or I guess it's faith is what it's classified as. It is a male dominated faith and culture, so but we're gonna carry on. I don't think there's anything else I'm forgetting at the moment. I'm still not forgiving myself for the very dumb decision of, while we are still a chieftain, giving away a territory and then instantly realizing that we had just created an independent ruler. So we lost our steward, who was had 15 skill points there, so. But live and learn. And we can see here we're being raided. By him. We're not going to get there in time to stop him, so he can take that gold and run. And he should be scared of us, because sooner or later we will be coming for them. And just like that, we have a new player here. Sun. Aki. I think that just said we had a victory somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. I mean, if he continues down, we might be able to catch him here, so... I think we're going to be able to catch him, get our gold back. At least going to give it a shot. So we're still above our domain limit, but we're gonna... Actually, this one I will grant to... I'm gonna wait a second just in case there's something I'm not thinking of or forgetting. But I also just want to wipe out this raiding army. And we lost another counselor. We lost our spy master, which just appears to be cursed. I think he's our third that we've lost, but we have Valdemar to pop in there. And I'm actually going to check our military and see who our knights are. Champions. Our steward. So right now, what year is it? We have to wait 3 years before we can invite more knights. That being said, I think we're gonna forbid him just because we don't have too many replacements for stewards at the moment. And he has great prowess, so we'll let him fight. So we stopped the rating, we got 33 gold and 17 prestige, so not bad. Right. I'm going to grant this to our steward. Becomes our vassal. Alright, so I should have read this. He will become our vassal. And he'll still be our steward. Gonna disband our army. So, with our conquering, we are slowly increasing our total soldier pool that we can draw upon. Getting close to the point where I might create a new men-at-arms regiment, just to increase that further. But for the time being, let's also just take a look around. It doesn't look like... I believe Lubeck was already part? No. Okay, so they've added on Lubeck, it looks like. Don't believe they've expanded at all. They're still standing, they're still strong. Who are you allied to? Not quite sure I follow that, but okay. So now we have our second vessel. We're no longer above. We're no longer have the penalties because we're no longer above our domain limit. So now we can look towards conquering new territories. 1559, 1104. I'm still very tempted to declare war on him just to take Nordmark here. Weaken him. What I don't want to happen is for y'all born to just conquer all this territory here. At some point, we'll most likely be attacking here into... That being said, we'll probably continue our conquering of the coastline here. So I think we're going to just keep conquering our way around. We could go raiding, but these are both relatively strong. How's Wessex looking? Still Aethred. Just gonna look at some loot. 17 and 9. And I'm looking over. Oh, 61. We might need to go on a little raiding expedition then. As long as we're quick, we should be okay. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's go raid Wessex. Still need to be careful. They have more troops than us. They can pull them up at any time. I'm thinking we jump in, grab their 61 and get out. And if they raise their whole army, there's not much we can do about that. We're raiding of Canterbury. And we're getting out of there. Are there any other... While we're already out here, let's we're gonna go raid over here as well. There's a couple what looks like easy targets. You get 23 there, and if we can choose to stay, oh yeah. So we grab 23. We can raid at least 2 of these. Might need to come back at some point. So we're gonna raid here, get 17 more gold. That will put us at 101. Maybe we'll go for here as well. But we are getting slight attrition, which is gonna lower our loot limit. I also just want to get back. It's a great time to be attacked is when your armies are off raiding. It's just... We captured someone's son. Which, easy 25 gold. So we'll go here, we'll get the 10. That'll put us just shy of our limit, and then we'll get out. We also should have just gotten plus 25 for ransoming. Is he a, what is his title? A prince for ransoming one of his sons. If it was his primary heir, unless I'm mistaken, we would have gone 50 gold for that. But since it's a secondary son, just 25. But still, easy 25. We're going to be coming back. We're going to be basically doubling our money at the moment. We have gained a level of devotion. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So we're getting plus 3.9 per month. 2 of that is for traits we have, which are wrathful and vengeful, which are virtuous to our faith. Religious relations, I'm not entirely sure what that means. So it's if we look at our council, it's religious relations, so we're getting plus piety based off of our Godi, or she has a different title, Hof Godi, off her learning skill. The other option we could have is convert faith and county, however, all the counties that we control are already our faith, or fabricate claim on county. That doesn't really matter so much for us because we are tribal. We have a lot easier time declaring war to claim territory. This would be more useful if we were Catholic or some of the other religions. But if we look at our faith, you can see under warmonger, we have several Casus Belli that automatically give us some extra options there, and I believe tribal does as well. So we're just waiting for our troops to come back. At some point we're going to go on a much larger raid, but we need the troops in order to sustain that. Basically what I'm worried about on these raids is if Wessex raises its entire army, they can wipe us out. Same with was this West Francia, Lotharingia, or East Francia. Oh, there's a Bavaria. But at some point, if we have enough troops, we can raid pretty much anywhere. And boom. Go to disband our troops. We have some decisions to make, nothing too pressing. I think we will continue. Basically, if we waited long enough, these minor lords are gonna they're gonna start banding together and making alliances. So one by themselves isn't really a worry, but now we're talking, he just basically doubled his military strength with that alliance. So we're just trying to snowball to the point where we don't care about their military strength, we can still just roll in. So I think we are going to just go ahead and declare war. We're going to conquer, declare war. I'm going to set a new rally point up here. Raise all, make sure we're leading. Now they are going to have a defensive advantage because they're defending the mountains. There's nothing we can do about that, but we are double their size. We also have a better army commander. And you can see even with the mount advantage, we have the +2 from our devotion that we chose, giving us the bonus to martial. And we are +24, or we're 24 martial. If we go into the detail screen, we can see champions, like how many kills, etc. They have, he's very good. They have 2 very good champions or knights there. We've unlocked a new perk. It's tempting to get the +4 for Kingsguard, but we don't really even have enough knights to fill out our current level, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not a huge fan of courtship or promising prospects or loyal and respect. I mean, the skills from spouse, counselor, task would be nice. Peacemaker has its uses. Gallant. Gallant's definitely very nice. The +2 martial, +4 prowess, the +20% monthly prestige, the attraction opinion. But Gallant's definitely worth it, but I don't want to get these 3. A man's home would be nice, but we don't really need it right now. We're looking mainly offensive. However, sooner or later we do have to worry about potentially Sweden, or I'm going to call them the 2 Denmarks, potentially declaring war on us, in which case having these 2 would both be nice. The prepared conscription would lower our gold maintenance, which would also be nice, and you can also see it would increase our Levi reinforcement rate by a factor of 100%, which is amazing. I'm not entirely sure. So if we have 100% control in a county, it will give us, it will denote it as absolute instead of just being 100 and give us bonuses to taxes and levies. I'm curious to know what the bonuses are. Overseer, +2 martial, +2 stewardship, +50% control growth. That would be amazing with our rapid expansion, but we need to go through a lot to get that. See, since we're going to be doing a fair amount of raiding, I think living off the land is going to be necessary. The +25 raid speed so we can get in and out quicker, and the +200% supply capacity so we can stay out longer. That will be useful more so for long army campaigns. I'm not too worried about this just because we already have +25 naval speed. We're still a ways off from having siege weapons. If we go to culture, you will see that we need onager to have siege weapons, and currently we're not our culture head is not interested in that, and he only has 6 learning. Oh, that is not good. So the more learnings the culture head has, the faster the research will develop. I just realized this is not paused. Who is attacking us now? Well, there's not a whole lot we can do about him. He's ballsy. Going after Jorvik as well. Well, there's not much we can do about that. That being said, I'm not too worried about this, but we would take it in order to get like organized march. The +15 movement speed is awesome. The -25% losses could be good, but the damage and toughness is awesome. The envelopment would be nice, although we don't have that many men-at-arms currently. Sappers would be nice without the siege weapons, and strategists. +1 diplomacy, +3 martial. Crosses water without advantage penalties. So it's either we take Bellum, we take this one, and work our way towards organized march and probably hit and run, and then maybe living off the lands, or we take a man's home and just kind of future-proof ourselves. I think I'm actually gonna play it a little safe here and go down this. I think I had previously said I would go down this path, but I think during hardships in a man's home, if we won't ever see it coming if we ever go to war with these, but we're going to need every advantage we can get when they come into our territory. And I think what we're going to do is we're also going to build... Oh, we already have a market there. We are going to build some walls here. And a market for here. So we just went through a lot of gold and prestige, however we want to use it. We don't have any allies to spend the prestige on currently anyway, but the defensive buildings would be nice to also just kind of future-proof. And it looks like someone else is coming in to raid us. Who are you? Brandon here. So we have another event, ecstatic peasantry. Basically, our subjects are having an excellent economical time, and apparently their geese are even laying golden eggs. So the peasants are praising us and are giving us a gift, so we could accept 15 gold. We could basically rob them and take 75 gold instead. However, our control level would go down, or no, they need this. They need their surplus more than I do, which would give us plus 10 development growth and plus 10 popular opinion for 10 years. We are going to take that plus 10 development growth. So we are probably going to. I think no matter what, we're not catching them, so we will ransom him for 50 gold. I just want to see what our... I don't think they can raid here. And I don't think we're going to catch them, but... You any good? Oh, yes you are. Alright, so... We are going to negotiate your release and recruit you because you're 21 martial and 15 prowess. We'll look the other way on poet. And we're going to enforce our demands. Disband. And potentially just continue our move up the coast.